There are three places quoted in the Odyssey which all experts agree are real and are easily identifiable. One is Troy, of course, from where Ulysses left after the war. The other is the land of the Ciconians, the town Ulysses and his men raided and then got drunk on their victims' wine. From there, Ulysses sets for Cap Malea, where, according to Homer, a strong north wind, or Mentemi, swept them to the shores of northern Africa. This is where the real Homeric myth begins, with the legend of Odysseus. From Cape Malea, Homer says that Ulysses and his men were swept off to the country of the Lotus Eaters, somewhere in northern Africa. It is said that his men ate a hallucinogenic substance, which made them forget about getting back home. Then comes encounter with Polyphemus, the one-eyed Cyclops who wanted to devour his crew, but whom Ulysses managed to trick and escape alive. All the stories that follow are about a man who confronts death, and the importance of the myth is not where they took place, but that Ulysses, a mere mortal, manages to trick the vengeful gods that want to kill him. In every myth, there is an emblematic lesson that has become so universal that it is part of our everyday language. Who hasn't heard the saying, "Beware of the siren's song"? Myths are perhaps a cornerstone of our culture, and as opposed to fiction, one might believe that they really happened, and that in fact they are emblematic situations that might happen to any of us. There is no civilization without myths, and the history of our Western civilization begins in Greece, in the world of the Odyssey. Many have taken Homer at his word, and have set off to look for Ulysses' footsteps, but none has come back with an accurate map of his travels. And it is perhaps because there isn't one. Did he in fact exist? Where did he confront the Cyclops, or the terrible sorceress Circe? Who were the Phaeacians? To unravel truths from myth is not always easy. After the discovery of Troy in 1868 by Henrik Schliemann, the academic world was aroused, and many believed that if the War of Troy was true, then the Odyssey was true as well. And a mad rush began to put flesh and bones on the mythological characters and find the places where the Odyssey, one of the most important myths in our culture, might have taken place. It seems perhaps unbelievable, but this fascination still endures. At the beginning of the 20th century, a French Hellenist, Victor Bérard, decided to reconstruct Ulysses' voyage. According to Bérard, Ulysses traveled from the Straits of Gibraltar to Corfu, hanging on a broken mast. That is about 1,300 nautical miles. Quite an impossible feat. As in all the stories of the Odyssey, there are many divergent hypotheses as to where these adventures took place. The historian Tim Severin, for example, maintains that Ulysses followed the shortest and most logical route back to Ithaca, and that all of the adventures written by Homer took place in the Ionic Sea. Others say Ulysses' adventures took place all along the breadth and width of the Mediterranean Sea, and make him go through the same places 2 or 3 times. There are as many maps and theories as there are explorers who have tried to retrace Ulysses' footsteps. But as Eratosthenes, the 2nd century Greek philosopher, well said, the person who finds the cobbler who sewed the sack of the winds that god Aeolus gave Ulysses will be the one to find the map of the Odyssey.